These are the Raxiom Axial Series white LED smoked roof cab lights, available for all 2003 to 2018 Ram 2500 and 3500s, equipped with the factory clearance lights or your factory cab lights. Now you should be checking out the Raxiom options here if you'd like to update the cab lights on your HD truck to something that will not only deliver a much brighter experience thanks to the modern white LEDs, but also something that's going to deliver a much more aggressive look thanks to the smoke lenses. Now this kit will include a set of 5 marker lights here loaded with the high-powered white LED lighting, in addition to the smoked polycarbonate lens and a plug-and-play install, all for right around that $100 price point. All right, now when talking features with the LED cab lights from Raxiom, I think the two biggest can be found in the name itself: LED and smoke. First up, let's talk about lighting. And listen, the factory Mopar lights do utilize a more traditional incandescent or halogen bulb with an amber or orange lens. Now those bulbs can be prone to burning out over time, in addition to not really being known for their overall brightness. On top of that, those orange marker lights, or at least the housings, can fade and crack over the years and just contribute to kind of a dingy look. Now these cab lights, on the other hand, from Raxiom, are going to dramatically increase the brightness thanks to the high-powered white LEDs, which is also going to be a different feature here to talk about. Now these will transform your stock and kind of boring amber or orange cab lights to a more unique bright white, which is really sure to flow with other LED lighting you may have already added, or maybe are planning on adding to your HD down the road. Now, the final feature here, which we talked about earlier, will be the aggressive appearance of that smoke lens. Again, if you've added smoke lighting, headlights, taillights, that sort of thing, this is kind of a no-brainer. The lenses will flow very well with the other existing lighting on your rig. And then finally, we have that plug-and-play install, and we'll show you more on that here in a little bit. All right, moving into construction here, and let's start off with those smoke lenses that we just talked about. These are gonna be made from a durable molded polycarbonate material, which is impact resistant. Now inside, you can kind of see the rows of high-powered white LEDs, in addition to having a nice soft kind of rubber gasket here on the bottom to keep the water out, of course, and to protect your paint on your cab and basically keep things nice and weather tight. Now, the lights themselves are both DOT and SAE approved. That does make them legal for use in all 50 states here. And again, they do feature the factory style harness or wiring, which will make for a very easy plug and play install. Now that being said, if you do not currently have marker lights on your HD, well then this might not be the kit for you, as there's no extra wiring included, nothing like that. Instead, these are simply meant to be a factory style replacement, and an easy one at that. Price point for the Raxiom options will live around $100, give or take a little bit, which seems to be sort of the middle ground between the higher priced options from Mopar or Hi-Fi, for instance, on the higher side. And then you have some of the more basic or universal kits that you might encounter here on the site or elsewhere that typically round out the lower end of the price point. Now moving into the install, and the site's gonna call this a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you, I would say, at least 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more, to complete from start to finish. Now the nice thing is, because of how these mount to your HD, there's no need to drop the headliner or anything like that. Instead, both of your bolts, or screws rather, can be found right on the top of the housings, and at that point you're simply just unplugging your stocker and then plugging in the new Raxiom unit. But regardless, to give you a better idea of how this one might go down on your 2500 or 3500 at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you will need an impact or a ratchet and a T20 Torx bit. All right, today we're going to be installing some clearance lights on our Ram, so let's get started. All right guys, so to start removing these, we're going to come to our roof, and these are all held on by 2 T20 Torx screws. So we've got our T20 Torx bit, we're going to remove the screws and then pop this light out so we can unplug it. Now our other screw has been replaced due to many previous installs, so we've got a Phillips head screwdriver for ours. Again, these should both be T20 Torx screws. Once you have both of your screws out, pop that seal up. What we're gonna do, unseat our light. We can pull that out and we'll set our housing aside. So now before we can install our new light, because these are LED conversions, we're gonna take the factory bulb out of our connector. Just gonna pull it right out. Now if this bulb's still good, definitely wanna hang on to it. It's always nice to have some spare bulbs. Set that aside. We're gonna grab our new light. What we're gonna do, plug our LED conversion connector into our socket. Now you wanna make sure the white and green wire lines up with the red wire. That's gonna be the power wire in your circuit. Just lined up. Plugged in, and then the rest is just like factory. We're gonna reseat the socket, give it a little twist clockwise. We're gonna set this down in place. Then we're gonna reinstall our factory screws. Again, this is a Phillips, but you should have Torx in yours. A good way to do this is to kind of pick up on your light and line up the bottom of that screw. Just get this first one started. We'll grab our other one. Through as well. And we'll grab our T20 Torx bit, gently get this going. And we'll finish tightening down our other one. Now once you have this first one installed, you can do the same thing for the rest of your clearance lights. Alrighty, that about wraps up our review and install of our Raxiom Axial Series LED cab roof clearance lighting in white with smoked lenses for your 03 to 18 Ram 2500 and 3500 with factory clearance lights. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.